Alright, you delightful human beings, and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. I'm Christina, aka ThatVarietyNerd, and today we are finally back after a 6.5 or so month hiatus from Sims builds. We've gotten wrapped up in all kinds of other stuff since then, and of course we had pockets where we didn't upload for various reasons, but that's okay. We are back, we're in full force, and yeah, by the title of this, we're going back to island living, but we're also diving into a little bit of the stuff that we got in the new kit, which is called Courtyard Oasis. If you're more of a builder, that's definitely going to be a pack for you, and if not, well, I don't know. I'm just being honest. I like it for what it is, but I know it's not going to appeal to everyone, nor are the kit's going to appeal to everyone. I've only liked 2 out of the 4 kits so far, and I really just liked the country kitchen one so far, and, well, the Courtyard Oasis one. And so, yeah, I wanted to kind of build something that was kind of based on me watching wrestling. They were talking about an 8 bedroom, 6 bathroom house like 2 weeks ago on wrestling almost at this point. And so I got the inspiration once the kit got announced and we got the kit. I'm like, ooh, this might be a cool beach house kind of thing. But I didn't necessarily think it was going to be a beach house, but I was looking up some layouts, and we'll have all those links down in the description down below for the inspiration and so on and so forth. But yeah, no, just in general, like, I have not been into The Sims lately. Like, I took like a 3 or 4 month break. I tried doing a Legacy series as well, Legacy Challenge series, but my Sims game just got all jacked up recently. Like, I've had to uninstall it for right now, and so tonight I'm gonna have to go back in and install it and maybe do like 1 or 2 packs at a time just to see how things are going. Spoiler alert, we're not going to reinstall all the packs for fairly obvious reasons. But anyway, we start out this build in Brindleton Bay, but we end up moving it to Solani, and you'll see why. This changes drastically in terms of the exterior, but I'm thinking, okay, well, a lot's happened in 6 months. If we're talking about a multi-million-dollar type of house, and it has 8 bathrooms, or not 8 bathrooms, I'm getting them mixed up, 8 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms. Wouldn't you want the most out of it? So we eventually, and you'll see this a little bit later on, but we moved this house over to that deserted island over in Sulani in the Key Point lot. So if you don't know what the Key Point lot is, it's basically the one deserted island type of lot that you can have in the island living pack. I will say this, if you're looking just to get a bite-sized thing and you really enjoy the island living and jungle adventures type of packs, Courtyard Oasis is going to be the one for you. And here's the thing, I don't play a whole lot with the vacation stuff, nor do I really do much in Sulani, although I like Sulani for a change of scenery. I like the packs for what they are, and they have a lot of good build-buy stuff. However, we also got a lot of stuff lately from the Sims team, and I'm just like, slow down a little bit, but also don't slow down because it's already getting to be summer since it's almost Memorial Day here in the States. That's kind of the unofficial start to summer, at least it's how they market it as such. And so I was thinking, oh, this is nice. This is going to be right around the time we're going to do Sims content when it's supposed to be hot as crap out here. And I'm like, oh, this is wonderful and perfect timing. But I really love how this place turned out. I tried some stuff that I never really do, and I wanted to showcase a house that meshed well with some of the packs that you may or may not already have. Like, if you're in the market for a new expansion pack or a new game pack to add to your Sims collection, I wanted to showcase what some of them looked like. I didn't get to Jungle Adventure yet, but maybe we'll do that as well. But I pretty much wanted to do one with Get Together because of the closets. I feel like that's fair. We did the closets. I think we used some stuff maybe from, yeah, we did the base game, Island Living, Courtyard Oasis. Definitely Get Together because you'll eventually see that we did the closets and stuff like that. Those are the 4 I can think of offhand. So we try to keep it as minimal as we possibly could. It should be up on the gallery at this point. I just kind of gave up. But yeah, again, like, we were trying to do this kind of halfway suburban place, and I was starting to realize, like, oh, this is not what we should be doing. Oh no, ma'am. So eventually, actually, here's what happened. So I was in the middle of this. This took me 5 separate sittings to get through because I'm impatient, and it took me 10 years to get everything back together. basically what I got done with this chunk of it, and before we jump over to the key point lot, we're still in this Tails End part. So once I'm done getting this whole shell, the whole layout and everything, my good old Sims game didn't save the lot for some reason. And so I had to start over from scratch. So when I started over from scratch, I came back and built up the shell in Tail's End, I believe, again, trying to make it all work. But then I thought, when I was trying to get ideas for the exterior, and again, I need all inspiration. Yep, we're right at the key point right here. I wanted to get some inspiration, and there was this really cute exterior. And you'll see we'll change it a little bit here and there. We have the layout all set and ready to go. The layout's from a California-based home, I believe. I don't know what it is, but it's California-inspired. And then the exterior and everything like that, it's more Florida/coastal. I mean, no matter what, it has a very coastal theme to it. But yeah, we basically put our Sims on a deserted island in the middle of a panini, essentially. I feel like that's fitting. But as you can see, there's plenty of room for expansion because you have an entire island to play around with, essentially. Like if you want to have like an in-law suite, you can. Originally, there was in the layout plan, you'll see that there was a garage, but because it's The Sims and they don't have cars for whatever reason in this game still, we decided to go ahead and just turn that into an extra room because we got to utilize the space. Am I right? Right. So, that extra space, I think we turned it into an extra bathroom and we kind of convert that extra space that we had into sort of like a patio. Because sometimes you just don't want to sit on the deck. It's more of an entertaining space, lots of big windows, and you want to milk out as much of the view as you can. Am I right? Right. So yeah, we use a lot of these base game windows, but you'll see in just a little bit just how well the base game actually tends to work with this pack, and especially if you're just new to The Sims and you just have the base game and you want more of this tropical sort of vibes, or I know that the Courtyard Oasis pack is Moroccan themed, but if you want like similar packs that kind of mesh well together, I would probably recommend Jungle Adventure along with Island Living. And if you want to throw in the kit, you can add that as well. I would recommend those three together just because they complement each other really well, and you'll have a lot of options with counters and tiles, and you can actually do a lot of stuff because, I mean, Jungle Adventure has some really nice stuff in that pack too. Same thing with Island Living, and they really complement each other quite well. I'm not sure in terms of a stuff pack which would work. Probably, maybe no. I was thinking maybe backyard stuff, maybe perfect patio possibly. That could work as well. Something in that artery. Maybe backyard stuff, one of those two. There's one pack where they have all kinds of like outdoor kitchen stuff, which that could work pretty decently. That might be the backyard stuff. I don't remember. It could be the perfect patio one too. But anyway, one of those two packs, one or both could work with this pack as well. I'm the type of simmer that when I see a new pack, I try to look for some overlap. That way I can try to make some helpful recommendations because The Sims is expensive. I don't know if y'all know this. I'm sure you do by this point. Like, I checked out on Steam just for curiosity's sake. The Sims 4, with all the content together, this is before the new game pack comes out, went at $794 before any discounts. Most of the packs that I got, the only packs that I ever got right away have been the expansion packs and the game packs. But even then, I think I got half of those after waiting a little bit of time. So my bill's probably cut around halfway off from that point. But yeah, it's ridiculous. I would always recommend, per usual, wait for a sale, unless if it's like a much... The last pack that I can say that I really thoroughly enjoyed probably might have been the Tiny Living pack. And I'm like, that was a stuff pack. I do enjoy the last expansion pack we got, which was Snowy Escape. But oh my god, the lag. The lag on that pack sometimes. Same thing with... what was the pack? Eco Lifestyle? Yeah, the last two expansion packs we've gotten last year, have really just kind of ruined my computer at this point, or ruined my Sims experience to a certain extent. But yeah, anyway, I feel like we need to do a whole new video, like going through all these like packs again, because there's like 200 of them now. But after the whole Bot 2 situation, I kind of lost it. I'm like, maybe this Snowy Escape pack might do it, and it did not do that. Not at all. So then there was the paranormal stuff pack that came out earlier in the year. Then they announced kits around February or March. And then we got the three kits. The only one I really liked out of the three that I would conservatively recommend is the kitchen one, just because you can never get too many kitchens in The Sims. We always need more counter spaces and kitchen things. Am I right? Right. So that's what happened there. And then with The Sims, so we're getting a bunch of stuff this summer. We already have the new kit, which is, of course, Courtyard Oasis, I believe it is. And that one came out this past Tuesday on the 18th. Again, the kits are $4.99 US dollars. And then we're getting a new game pack on June 1st. Basically, The Sims is going to come up with something for May, June, and July, if I'm following this correctly. So, with the new game pack coming out, they just announced it this week that it was going to be, hang on, I think it was Dream Home Decorator, something like that. Let me find it. It was a weird name. Like, what was the, let me see here. Dream Home Decorator, possibly? Yeah, I think that's what it was called. Here we go. Dream Home Decorator. So basically, it's an interior design type of pack. I'm excited for that one. I think both the gameplay people and the builders are going to be happy with that just based on the stuff that we're getting, if it's anything like the trailer. Because here's the thing, there's going to be that, interactive career we're going to get, which is going to be nice. But I think even if you're like more focused on the gameplay and not so much the build and buy stuff, you're going to be more excited just to get more stuff to for each age group, because I don't know if y'all saw the trailer. Again, we'll include that link in the description down below. We also did a reaction to it as well, which I'll also include as well in the description. Whew, we're going to have a lot of stuff in the description in this one. Holy crap. Anyway, so that's going to be coming out in June. Then, but yeah, there's going to be all kinds of stuff based on the trailer for different age groups and just to further distinguish your townies a little bit more. I think that's going to be good for the gameplay people. Just to further like give their characters some personalities and stuff like that. Like they can be more expressive within their own homes. Like think about it. Like is 10-year-old you going to want to have the same stuff as like 16 or 17-year-old you? Probably not. So you can reflect that in your gameplay, like if you're a family game player, or maybe you moved into a new city and maybe you get an interior designer to kind of go in and take care of your house. I wonder if it's going to be the inverse like that. I think that would be fun, but I think at least having another interactive career is going to be super beneficial. And who knows, you could interact with that and turn it into your gameplay a little bit. Like, what if you have a sim in your legacy that wants to do that as like a career or something like that? So I think it's going to be beneficial just to kind of have more stuff for kids and just different things in general. They're also working on improving the bunk bed system and that sort of thing as well. So that's coming in June. And then we are writing 3 waves of base game updates May, June, and July. So I don't know what's going on with those updates. I'm assuming we're going to get one either right before, during, or on the same day as the new pack update, possibly, or the new DLC that's coming out on June 1st. I would assume that's the case. And then in July, that's where it's like, all right, we're going to likely get a base game update in July. But they hint at Bond with Nature in this new expansion pack. It says charming new expansion pack. I'm wondering if we're going to get like a country living pack. Because here's what I'm thinking, okay? Based on some of these expansions that we've had. 2 years ago we had island living. Last year we had eco living. But we don't have country living. I don't think they're going to call it farm life or something, because that would be too close to Farmville. Y'all remember Farmville from the Facebook days? Oh my god. Anywho, so The Sims has they've had a pattern with the summer expansion pack, because typically they've been doing the expansion packs, one in the summer, one in the fall, early winter. So We're going to take a look-see here. Because they've had these, like, living packs. Like, they started out with, like, city living, I think it was. And then they kind of went upward and onward with that. Let's see here. Oh my god, there's too many of these. Like, there's too many. So the first one was City Living, and that one came out November of 2016. And then we had a little bit of a break because they took a smoke break from the expansion packs in 2017. And then we kind of came back to the more twice a year sort of thing for 2018 and onward. So we had Island Living in June 2019. I remember that because everybody was so silent during the reveal. Then we had Eco Lifestyle in last summer. So I'm wondering if we're going to get something similar in that artery where it's like not eco but not city, not island, you know what I mean? My apologies if you're hearing music in the background. City living is real here. Anywho, I think we're going to get, possibly, if I had to make a prediction, it says a charming nature pack. I think we're going to get some kind of an agricultural base pack because agriculture isn't just limited to, of course, farming. There's a lot of different things that you can do, right? So that's what I'm thinking. Like, maybe they're gonna slide in horses or some nonsense in that pack because we've been seeing this theme where they're breaking up the Sims 3 packs and EA's making them do that probably. If I had to make a guess, again, we're just speculating here to be completely fair. But I feel like we've all had our reasonable concerns about this, right? Right. But yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. If I had to make one prediction, it's this charming nature. And people have this fascination with country life and rural areas and all that stuff. So I'm wondering, and plus, like, drawing in a little bit of my experiences while living in the South, people have this fascination with, like, country houses and, having a farm and being out in the nature. It could be a camping based pack, it could be something rooted in the mountains, it could be something with agriculture. I would like to see an agricultural career of sorts, whether that's farming or, more agri-tech, or maybe you do something with food safety. I don't know. Something, it sounds stupid, but I keep thinking, okay, charming in nature. People find country living charming in general. Oh, what a charming house. Like, if you look at even maybe something with historical preservation, like, you know how some folks will get, like, these really old homes and then they, like, do the historical preservation and, like, keep the historical parts, like, the stained glass and stuff like that. That would be cool. It adds charm to it. But people often associate charming and nature with more rural areas, at least here in the United States, if you're going that route. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we're going to get some type of a agriculture farming type of pack, and plus people haven't shut up about that for a little bit. I want that pack too. Do not get me wrong. I want that pack too. And yeah, I think that's what could happen. Maybe we get more animals or something. They better not be as glitchy as those bugs were in the Eco Lifestyle pack, and maybe that's why they're taking their time on this next expansion pack in general. Yeah, I don't know where that's gonna go. Maybe we'll get some big houses. Maybe we'll get, I don't know. I have a lot of ideas with where that could go, but that's what I really do think is gonna be the next pack. Which I know some people aren't thrilled about, but it's like we have like no agriculture or anything like that in The Sims. Like, you basically have to create it, what, through gardening and stuff like that. So imagine if there's like a whole system in place where you could have like a farm lot or something like that, or have like a family farm. Imagine like the gameplay opportunities that you could really flesh out more with that pack. And it's more representation because, one, nobody lives on an island. Like, I mean, we're basically putting this on a deserted island. Let's be real. I mean, we have all sorts of other ones. We have enough suburbs as it is. We have enough suburbs as it is. We have, like, you know, cities with city living and all that stuff. So we have our fair share of suburban and urban areas, but not so much like mountainous towns. Well, I mean, Mount Komorebi was like its own thing. I'm like, but like that was also a different geographical region as well. So like something like maybe with some mountains in there, maybe that's part of it, right? Like think Appalachia geography and that sort of thing. I think it's gonna be like more of like a charming southern pack, possibly. If that does that make any sense? Because again, people tend to think of like, southern charm and stuff like that. So I'm wondering if they're gonna root some of that in there, just with like maybe the architecture and stuff like that. Some more think like some of the build stuff that we got in Strangerville, because some of it was actually the build stuff was decent. The rest of the pack was crap, but the build stuff in it was good. But even then, wait for a sale for that one, or just skip that pack. Anyway, I know I have not talked a lot about this build in general. This took me literally 5 sittings to build and put together. It should be on the gallery. Again, there's like 8 bedrooms and 6 bathrooms. It's kind of ridiculous. But I enjoyed it nonetheless. It took me several hours on and off to put this together. But this was a challenge that I was just ready to just dive into, to be completely honest. Well, actually, I didn't know if I was ready to do it, but I'm like, it's been over 6 months. Like, let's get a Sims video up while I'm thinking about it still. But I'm excited and interested, like I'm cautiously optimistic for it. I just would like to know what we're gonna get in The Sims, because I'm thinking we got like monotonous stuff now, like vacuuming. Like, what if we have to take care of our lawns and ride like tractors and stuff next? I'm gonna quit. We better have like a toggle like the vacuums and stuff, just because I'm not gonna want to deal with that. Y'all, I live in an apartment. I don't have to deal with a front lawn. Why would I need it? Why would I want to deal with one in my Sims game? But like I'm thinking like what if you have like a family farm and stuff like that type of situation, or turn it into kind of maybe more of a freelance career possibly, like maybe you get to raise your own foods and stuff like that, cuz they had the fake meat situation. Y'all remember that nonsense from Eco Lifestyle? That was ridiculous. It was ridiculous but also awesome at the same time. But I think we're starting to approach the end of the build. We just have like floor 1 and floor 2 in terms of the screenshots. And then, of course, the final product exterior is on the thumbnail. Just because we were going to be here all day if we included all the screenshots, and we just don't have time for that around here. And it's already going over 20 minutes as it is. But this flew by. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please leave a like, leave a comment, and make some recommendations as to which pack or which lot you want me to try at next. Big or small, we'll conquer them together. So on that note, thank you all so much for tuning in, and I will see you all around later. Bye everyone!